hello, I'm community. I'm here to answer a sort of a thread. Anders in Stockholm did a thing called "Show Me 10 Records That Moves You." I think it is. Anyway, I saw Anders' video. I thought it was really good, and I've seen Young Coltrane 68, Derek's and Ben's. I'm still gonna watch Dr. Rhythms. Haven't watched that yet. I thought it was a really cool thing, and sort of like brought me back to the good old days in the VC. I really thought that this was a good vibe going. I pulled 11, and these are probably going to be very boring because I've shown them before, as with all my records it seems, and it's very like nothing special, very like okay, okay, and I pulled 11, and these are, some of them are 10s, but some of them are not 10s, but they really move me. I have to say also, 1 million, shit, I have to say, I mean, the music that really moves you, I think, is at least often related to your maybe childhood, when you start listening to music for real, or moments in your life. But anyways, most of the things that I thought of when I heard the thread was things that I have on CD and digital, and I grew up with in maybe the mid 90s, something like that. And there's a bunch. I mean, Shoreline with Broder Daniel, a Swedish song, is really almost like a theme to my generation, it seems, living in Sweden. And there's a bunch of like Sigur Rós, the entire Nirvana's Unplugged album really hits a chord in me, and I guess it's because I grew up with it, or listened a lot to music back then, and strongly with school and all that shit that teenagers. God damn it, I'm really happy that I grew up. Okay, so the records I have is this really strikes a chord in me every time I listen to it. And the title song to the Twin Peaks series is just so goddamn beautiful, in my opinion. And I mean, obviously it's related to the series. I remember I bought it on DVD when it came out, and me and my girlfriend just had my childhood room was down in the basement, very cold and dark, with just a CD player and a TV and a couch that became a bed, if you know. And I would just lay there and watch the entire series. And every series started, every episode started with this. And after some episodes, you get that chill up your spine. So damn beautiful. So yeah. And the next one is Leadbelly's The Great Leadbelly, and Where Did You Sleep Last Night is the choice for me. I mean, I have to say and be honest, I mean, I heard Where Did You Sleep Last Night the first time when Nirvana did it on the Unplugged record, and I relate most to that. I don't have that on vinyl. I would show it if I did. Now, with that record, the Nirvana record, I mean, with all the struggles that Kurt had with Courtney Love, presumably being unfaithful with Billy Corgan at the time, and singing Where Did You Sleep Last Night is just awesome, but also with struggles that he had, and then committing suicide just, I don't know, was it a year after, or not even a year after the Unplugged? I feel in his voice that you really can hear the desperation. Now, I don't know much about Leadbelly, but of course you can also hear, I mean, this guy is not the God's best child. I think he was in jail like 4 times and stuff like that. So I guess that he had some struggles too, and I think that you really can hear that in the song. Fantastic song, moves me. And I think the Louvin brothers did a cover of it too. That's also really nice. So look that up if you're familiar with the Nirvana song and with Leadbelly, Luvin Brothers. Satan is Real, you know that group. Next one, Swedish guy, and I've showed this a million times in the VC. It feels like that. Jakob Hellman, and this is very, very, very personal for me because I started listening to Jakob Hellman maybe in the mid '90s, something like that. Really discovered his music through my father's then girlfriend, now wife, and I really, really liked it, played it a lot, but there were a specific time and date I just remembered so damn well because my grandmother has just passed away and my grandfather passed away 6 months afterwards, and he died of cancer, but I bet that he died of heartbreak because it was just so damn sad seeing him fade away a little bit every day when grandma died. So when I'm putting on my suit for when we're going to the funeral of my granddad, just 6 months after my grandma, on my father's side. I don't know if that's the English term of it, but yeah, my father's father and mother. When we went there, I played this in the background and on CD, and it was in my apartment. And it was so strong that I put out the CD and I took it to the car and we played it all the way to the church, to the funeral. And there's a song, the first song on the record. It's not a sad song. It's called Tårar, not Tears, and it's not a super sad song, but with that kind of mood, it really became, and the entire record is about heartbreak, with girl meets boy kind of heartbreak, not funeral kind of death heartbreak, but it really just developed into something more than that, and it's been that for me ever since. Fantastic record, that's a 10. Moving on here, next one, Lou Reed's Transformer. A Perfect Day, obviously. It's just also a beautiful track. Classic song, I mean, but talk about being moved when you hear Lou's fantastic voice to that piece of classic music. I mean, shit. Next one, Badfinger, No Dice, and the classic song Without You. And I bet, Anders, you like Mariah Carey's version better than this. I'm just kidding with you. But yeah, beautiful song, and I guess in a way also when I listened to this, started listening to this, I read about Badfinger and horrible life or whatever I don't know what it's called, that they became, what happened with them, and I think without doing any research, two of them, don't quote me on this, but two of them committed suicide based on being screwed over money-wise of Apple Records, and even the suicide letter of one of the guys who hung himself, I think, said like, "Screw you, Mr. Producer Man," and then the name was there. Just such a sad destiny of a fantastic band. I mean, I can't imagine why they haven't done a documentary on the band Badfinger. They were huge in the late 60s, early 70s, playing on the Bangladesh concert with George Harrison, and playing on All Things Was Pause, and putting out fantastic records, getting screwed by Apple, and committing suicide. All those things. I mean, it's meant to be a documentary film, and I don't know, maybe there is one. I don't know. So yeah, Jeff Buckley, Grace, the entire record struck a chord in me. It's very moody, and I really feel for the record. Also tragic death of him. I'm not gonna choose Hallelujah, because that's not the best song on here. In my opinion, Lover You Should Have Come Over is the best song. That's the one that really gets to me. Steve Wilson, once again, Dennis Wilson from Beach Boys, Pacific Ocean Blue, one of the best records ever recorded. I've talked about this before, and the song, fuck, I should know this. I mean, one of the best songs, and I don't know the Farewell My Friend. But the entire record is awesome, and also Tragic Death. In a boozy haze, going out to sea, I think by himself, I don't know, to dive for stuff he threw overboard when he was drunk, and then didn't come up out of the sea and died whilst fishing for his own stuff that he threw in the ocean. It's just bizarre. Next one, this is live at Massive Hall 1971 by Neil Young, the best Neil Young period, where his voice is just perfect, very, very vulnerable, and Helpless is one song, but I mean, I can point out a few. Neil and Damage Done, awesome version of that, See the Sky About to Rain. I could go on and on. This is also like almost brings me to tears when I listen to this. So I mean, fantastic record. And from Neil Young we go to Crazy Horse, and probably maybe this is the song of all the songs that moves me the most. Also because of Tragic Death, but I don't want to talk about it. Just fantastic. I mean, sad ass song by Danny Whitten, sung by Danny Whitten also, I believe at least. And Danny Whitten died and OD'd after he was kicked out of I don't know if it was Crazy Horse or it was just Neil Young's band with Crazy Horse that he was kicked out because of his problems, and then he OD'd, and Neil blamed himself and made the album Tonight's the Night. And I don't know if Neil and Damage Done is before or after his death. I should do the research, but I can't remember. I should have done it, but when listening to Neil and Damage Done and knowing about them with them, I mean, it's sad. It's really sad. And Bob Dylan's Oh Mercy, with Most of the Time, just a perfect song in my opinion, one of Dylan's best. Just heartbreaking ass song, strikes a chord in me every time. Where are they, it seems. And the last one is Elliott Smith's New Moon, and I choose this because of the cover he does of 13. Now 13 was a song, very known song from the band Big Star, and Big Star's version is better, but with Elliott Smith dying very, very young, listening to his voice on this, like, almost, I don't know the word, but innocent teen song, small teen song, growing up kind of song, listening to him with his fragile voice, and then dying after the recording of this fantastic cover. It's really, really sad, and yeah, moves me. Elliott Smith's New Moon. Fortunately, I don't have any more Elliott Smith than that, but it's a great record. So that's it. As you might have seen, I didn't take any instrumental songs because, for me, of course, instrumental songs like jazz and prog and classical music also moves me, but with jazz, I'm too much of a newcomer. So in that case, it's more of an education than something I sit down and really can get in the mood for, I really feel. It's more educational, and same goes with prog. I mean, Lamb Lies Down on Broadway and Selling in London by the Pound with Genesis, especially Selling in London by the Pound, is fantastic. And also that I might have chosen that if not Derek took it. And Ben showed John Lennon's classical band with Mother, and I mean that's a fantastic song, very 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 sad, and yeah, so maybe I would take that if not Ben I took that, but yeah. So looking forward to more responses, and I hope you dug that, Anders. Talk to you very soon. Have a good day. Bye.